Hello, devoted fans of Days of Our Lives. Welcome back to the TV Days Drama Digest channel, where we dive deep into the swirling vortex of secrets, schemes, and scandal that define our favorite soap opera. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a storyline that has left Salem's residents and viewers like you reeling with suspicion and intrigue. The question on everyone's lips is Sophia, the enigmatic young woman at the heart of this drama, truly battling a mental illness, or is she orchestrating a cunning plan with the ever-scheming Melinda Trask to evade justice? Buckle up, because this tale is packed with twists, deception, and high-stakes gambles that could change the course of Sophia's life and the lives of those around her forever. The setup: a web of lies in Salem. In the picturesque yet perpetually chaotic town of Salem, no one is ever quite what they seem. Sophia, a character who has captivated and confounded audiences, has recently found herself at the center of a storm. Following a series of shocking events, details of which we'll unpack shortly, the consensus among Salem's residents is that Sophia is suffering from a severe mental illness. Whispers of her instability have spread like wildfire, and she's been whisked away to Bayview, the notorious facility known for housing those grappling with psychological turmoil. But here at TV Days Drama Digest, we're not so quick to accept the narrative at face value. Could this be an elaborate ruse? Is Sophia, with the guidance of the cunning Melinda Trask, playing a dangerous game to escape the consequences of her actions? Let's rewind and set the stage. Sophia's story has been one of heartbreak, ambition, and questionable choices from the start. A young woman with dreams bigger than Salem city limits, she's often found herself entangled in schemes that blur the line between victim and villain. Her latest predicament revolves around a shocking revelation: a baby, a lie, and a desperate bid to stay out of prison. The residents of Salem believe Sophia's mental state has deteriorated, leading to her confinement at Bayview. But we're here to ask the tough questions. Is Sophia really unraveling, or is this a calculated performance designed to outwit the law? The mastermind, Melinda Trask's role in the plot. Enter Melinda Trask, Salem's resident legal shark and master manipulator. Known for her razor-sharp wit and willingness to bend the rules to suit her agenda, Melinda has a history of pulling strings behind the scenes. Could she be the architect of Sophia's supposed breakdown? Our sources, well, let's just say our ears are always to the ground in Salem, suggest that Melinda has been whispering in Sophia's ear, planting the seeds of a plan so audacious it could only come from someone with her knack for deception. The first piece of evidence lies in the story of Sophia's baby. Months ago, Sophia shocked everyone by announcing she'd given birth to a daughter in Chicago. The tale was heartbreaking: a young mother, alone in a strange city, grappling with the challenges of parenthood. But cracks in her story began to appear. Whispers turned to accusations when it was revealed that the baby was not a girl, but a boy, and the Chicago story: a complete fabrication. Who is behind this lie? None other than Melinda Trask, who, according to our speculation, coached Sophia to spin this tale to garner sympathy and deflect suspicion from her other misdeeds. Why would Melinda encourage such a lie? The answer lies in her own precarious position. Melinda, a former district attorney with a laundry list of enemies, has her own reasons to stay one step ahead of the law. By aligning herself with Sophia, she gains a loyal ally and a pawn in her larger game. If Sophia's mental illness is indeed a facade, it's not hard to imagine Melinda suggesting the idea of feigning instability to secure a transfer to Bayview. After all, escaping from a mental health facility is far easier than breaking out of Statesville prison, where Sophia would likely end up if her crimes were fully exposed. The Bayview Gambit? A ticket to freedom? Bayview. The very name sends shivers down the spine of any Salem resident. It's a place where the line between sanity and madness blurs, where patients are both pitted and feared. For Sophia, being sent to Bayview might seem like a tragic turn of events, but what if it's exactly where she wants to be? Unlike the iron bars and round-the-clock surveillance of prison, Bayview offers a glimmer of opportunity for someone as resourceful as Sophia. A lax guard, an unlocked door, a sympathetic orderly, any of these could be the key to her freedom. The idea that Sophia is pretending to be mentally ill isn't as far-fetched as it sounds. Soap opera history is littered with characters who faked ailments to escape justice, and Sophia has the cunning to pull it off. Picture this. Late at night, in the dimly lit corridors of Bayview, Sophia paces her room, her eyes sharp and calculating, far from the vacant stare she shows the doctors. She's memorized the staff's schedules, noted the security camera's blind spots, and perhaps even secured an ally on the inside, someone Melinda paid off or persuaded with her silver tongue. The plan is simple but daring. Stage a breakdown so convincing that no one questions her transfer to Bayview, then slip away when the moment is right. But why go to such lengths? The answer lies in Sophia's desperate desire to avoid prison. Her crimes, though we won't spoil the specifics for those catching up on Days of Our Lives, are severe enough to warrant serious jail time. A conviction would mean years behind bars, separated from her dreams and the life she's fought so hard to build. By contrast, a stint in Bayview, however grim, offers a chance at redemption or at least escape. If Sophia can convince the world she's unwell, she might not only dodge prison, but also garner sympathy from those she's wronged. It's a high-risk, high-reward strategy, and one that Melinda Trask would undoubtedly approve. The evidence. Clues of a conspiracy. Let's break down the clues that point to Sophia and Melinda's grand deception. First, there's the baby lie. The fact that Sophia fabricated an entire backstory about giving birth in Chicago suggests she's capable of sustaining a complex falsehood over time. This wasn't a spur-of-the-moment fib. It was a carefully crafted story designed to manipulate those around her. Who better to guide her in such a deception than Melinda, a woman who's dodged accountability for years? Second, consider Sophia's behavior leading up to her Bayview admission. Witnesses in Salem, nosy neighbors and meddling do-gooders alike, have reported erratic outbursts, tearful confessions, and moments of apparent confusion. But those closest to Sophia, including a certain skeptical barista at the local coffee shop, have noted something curious. Her episodes seem to occur only when the right people are watching. In private moments, she's been seen calm, collected, and eerily focused. Could these public meltdowns be performances rehearsed under Melinda's tutelage? Then there's the matter of Melinda's own involvement. Why would a seasoned attorney risk her reputation to help a young woman like Sophia? The answer lies in their shared history. Rumors swirl that Sophia possesses information, perhaps incriminating evidence, that could bring Melinda's carefully constructed world crashing down. By helping Sophia, Melinda ensures her silence, creating a mutually beneficial arrangement. It's a classic soap opera power play, two women, bound by secrets, working together to outsmart their enemies. The stakes. What's at risk? If Sophia and Melinda are indeed plotting to fool Salem, the stakes couldn't be higher. For Sophia, success means freedom. Not just from prison, but from the weight of her past mistakes. A successful escape from Bayview could allow her to start anew, perhaps under a new identity in a far-off city. But failure would be catastrophic. If her deception is uncovered, she'll face not only legal consequences, but also the wrath of those she's betrayed. Salem is a small town, and grudges here last a lifetime. For Melinda, the risks are equally grave. Her career, already marred by controversy, hangs by a thread. If her role in Sophia's scheme is exposed, she could lose her law license, her influence, and her freedom. Yet Melinda thrives on risk. It's what makes her such a formidable player in Salem's game of power. The question is whether her confidence in Sophia's ability to pull off this charade is well-placed, or if she's underestimated the young woman's unpredictability. And then there's the impact on Salem itself. The town has seen its share of scandals, but a plot of this magnitude could shake its foundations. Friends and family who've stood by Sophia, believing in her supposed illness, would feel betrayed. The legal system, already strained by Salem's endless dramas, would face scrutiny for allowing such a deception to unfold. And the residents of Bayview, patients and staff alike, could find themselves caught in the crossfire of Sophia's escape plan. The counterargument: could Sophia really be ill? Before we get too carried away with conspiracy theories, let's consider the alternative. What if Sophia is genuinely unwell? Mental illness is a serious issue, and Days of Our Lives has never shied away from tackling heavy topics. Sophia's behavior, her lies, her outbursts, her apparent detachment from reality, could be symptoms of a deeper struggle. The loss of her child, or the lie about her child, might have pushed her to a breaking point, and Bayview could be exactly where she needs to be. Supporters of this theory point to Sophia's history of trauma. From fractured relationships to betrayals by those she trusted, her life has been a roller coaster of pain. Mental health experts in Salem, admittedly a rare breed, might argue that her actions are cries for help, not calculated moves in a grand scheme. If this is the case, Melinda's involvement could be less about manipulation and more about misguided support, perhaps even a rare moment of compassion from the otherwise ruthless attorney. But even this possibility raises questions. If Sophia is truly ill, why is Melinda so deeply involved? Why the elaborate lie about the baby? And why does Sophia seem so composed in moments when she thinks no one is watching? These inconsistencies keep us circling back to the idea of a plan so bold, so daring, that only someone like Melinda could have conceived it. The future, what lies ahead? As we wait for the next episode of Days of Our Lives to drop, the tension is palpable. Will Sophia's time in Bayview reveal her true intentions? Will Melinda's involvement come to light, or will she slip away unscathed, as she so often does? And what if the people caught in their web, friends, family, and foes who've been drawn into this drama? Here at TV Days Drama Digest, we're placing our bets on a twist. Perhaps Sophia will stage a dramatic escape, only to be caught at the last moment. Or maybe she'll double-cross Melinda, revealing her mentor's role in the scheme to secure her own freedom. One thing is certain: in Salem, nothing stays buried for long. Secrets have a way of surfacing, and when they do, the fallout is spectacular. Join the conversation. So, what do you think, Days of Our Lives fans? Is Sophia a master manipulator, working hand-in-hand with Melinda to outsmart Salem's finest? Or is she a troubled soul in need of help, misunderstood by those